3 police officers killed and 2 wounded in York County, the worst for Pennsylvania police in at least 16 years. Plus, Governor Shapiro says leaders must show moral clarity and calls President Trump a failure on that front. This and more in the Week in Focus for the Pennsylvania Capital Star. First, there is a developing story coming out of York County where 3 officers were killed and 2 wounded in a domestic-related incident on Wednesday. The suspect, Matthew J. Ruth, was killed by police. The incident took place near a home in North Codorus Township. It's the second time a York County officer has been killed in the line of duty this year. Shapiro, who called the incident unfathomable, has ordered flags in the Commonwealth to be flown at half-staff until the officers are buried. No date has been set yet. On Tuesday, Shapiro condemned political violence and said that leaders have a responsibility to speak and act with moral clarity during a roughly 25-minute speech in Pittsburgh. The governor addressed a crowd at the Eradicate Hate Summit, launched after the 2018 Tree of Life shooting in Pittsburgh. Shapiro said political violence and hate that fuels it has become far too common in society today. He assured the audience that it would not deter him from performing his duty of governor, noting that the censorship would not solve the problems of ending political violence, but instead promoted more opportunities for peaceful and respectful dialogue. He also highlighted his personal experience by recalling the April night that he, his family, and visitors were forced to evacuate the governor's residence when it was firebombed just hours after they had celebrated the first night of Passover. He spoke to reporters who asked if he was worried about the temperature being more heated following the assassination of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. He said that it doesn't matter if the comments were coming from the right or the left, everyone should condemn political violence. And the president has once again failed that leadership test, failed the morality test, and it makes us all less safe, Shapiro said. Want to support Pennsylvania Capital Star? Sign up for our morning newsletter, like and share this post, or become a donor to help support independent journalism in the Commonwealth. And finally, researchers said Pennsylvania lost nearly $40 million in National Institutes of Health grants after federal cuts, affecting projects at 16 universities and institutions, including the University of Pennsylvania in Philadelphia and the University of Pittsburgh. Trump-era cuts have hit 112 NIH grants, with about 82 grants still frozen, and ripple effects extending beyond universities, impacting jobs and local economies. Grant projects include studies ranging from topics such as brain development in children with autism to veterans' access to organ transplants. The cuts follow a Supreme Court ruling allowing NIH to drop DEI-related funding and a recent Trump order giving political appointees more power over federal grants. For the Pennsylvania Capital Star, I'm Natalie Bencavanga, and this was your Week in Focus.